Christopher Tufton, ladies and gentlemen, I have expressed that I don't see him as any different from Unuh. As a matter of fact, I would contend that they are 1A and 1B on the index of two of the wickedest government officials that we have ever seen in the history of Jamaica. Yes, I would contend, I would argue that, and I would have a lot of relevance in my argument as far as I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what I'm saying is this, right? How can you have a minister of government in the pandemic, right, telling the people that if they want water, yes, if they want water, they must take the joke. How is that possible? How did we get to the point where that actually happened, ladies and gentlemen? How? And if you don't believe me, I've played it so many times that even if I don't play it now, I would have to go back at one of my videos and show it. But I'm going to find it still. But let's play this.
We have to deal with Tufton business tonight.
Yes, thank you.
After almost 9 years.
Let's go. Talk to them.
Tufton is going to look at me, you, and all of us and say that his successive governments must be blamed.
No, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't think so, Andrea lie. You see how Ishmael laugh? This government, when I tell you this man is no different from Unuh, they're playing out of the same playbook. How do you go in power for 9-10 years, have a hospital that needs repair, and your excuse for it not being prepared in refurbished in 9 years or rebuilt or whatever it is that you're actually doing, right? You're going to blame the opposition that has not been in power for 9 years, that has not been responsible for the Jamaican purse, for the Jamaican tax dollars. Tell me something.
What can go so? What can go so? What can go so?
So ladies and gentlemen, honestly, you know, I can't see anybody that is going to support this man and this party. I really don't get it. I really don't understand it. I think something is very, very wrong with you. I think you need to go and seek psychiatric evaluation. And I'm being as respectful as I can be. In a Jamaica, they would have say you're mad. You understand if you want to vote for this party again. But let's go. Let's listen to it.
Jamaica, listen.
Love laugh, you know.
No. Listen to what I said to you all tonight. Dr. Christopher Tufton says that the issues affecting Cornwall. Play because no one nobody tell me no lie.
This year's budget has refocused attention on the Cornwall Regional Hospital. The facility has been allocated another $5 billion. The money will be used to take the redevelopment of the facility to 90% in the next 12 months. It is a project that is approaching its 8th year. 8 very long and expensive years. In fact, while speaking in Portland Sunday, the opposition leader Mark Golding said it is unacceptable that all these years later, no one has lost their job for the missed timelines and additions to the repair bill. But Dr. Christopher Tufton put the issue down to the failings of successive governments.
Cornwall Regional is a catastrophe that should not have happened if we did routine maintenance. And governments over the years have gotten more in the habit of building infrastructure and wait till it breaks down before they fix it. Not in routine maintaining it to get the useful life and efficiency of it. New leadership must put in place preventive maintenance.
And speaking of preventative measures, the health minister feels if some healthcare workers improved their customer service, they would prevent the trauma relatives of patients are left with when tragedy strikes at hospitals.
I would like to see us move leadership in a direction where we focus more heavily on caring with compassion.
Caring with compassion. It's very funny he used those choice of words, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the clip. I found it. This is the individual talking about caring with compassion. Listen to this.
That's how you tell me. Thank you very much, MP. Hello. We don't know vaccine.
Help. We see out of the
We need your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need it. Help. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator. Thank you very much, MP. Hello. We don't know vaccine.
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them.
So ladies and gentlemen, was Christopher Tufton in this clip focused on the care of the people when he said to them it's better they take the juke and then get the water? Could that be considered as a bribe? And even if you don't want to take it that far, I mean, you cannot say that that is a caring government. You cannot say that's a representation of a caring government. This is one of the reasons why I will never in my life vote for a JLP party. Ever. All of them have stood behind this moment in time when he said that. This to me is worse than Andrew Honest's 28 bank account. You know? I don't know about nobody else. You know? You're talking about caring for the people. The people are basic necessity that you are being paid handsomely for. Right? And you can imagine after such an atrocity, ladies and gentlemen, after this atrocity, Christopher Tufton was one of the members of parliament that actually got a raise. A 200 to 300% increase in their income when the people are asking for water in their constituency. This man, Sefu, big up. Francis, big up. This man is going to tell the people that it's better them take the joke and then get the water. I wonder if that constituency has got the water yet. I know the people said them not take the joke. Listen again for one last time. The lady said we want water for wash your hand. Look how much time now. We don't have no water. Listen.
That's how you tell me.
So the lady said, if you did love we, you would have make we get the water. And that they must say behind them while them talk on the microphone. You know. And here with Christopher Tufton turn around and say to the people.
Hello.
So his priority was that it better them take the job and then take the joke and then take the water after. So the priority was the joke. They needed the joke more than water. Ladies and gentlemen, more want to understand that the Jamaica Labour Party was on a campaign in the pandemic to promote this thing more than fixing the roads, and putting water in the people them, make sure so the people them have water run to them house. This is a main reason why you should vote them out the next election and never ever put them in back again. This right here, sir. See? Look at this. This article was October 10, 2024. CRH to begin phase reopening by year end. This was October when? Phase reopening. What does that mean? I don't even know. See? This is the JIS. It says the phase reopening of the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James is expected to begin shortly. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Made the disclosure while providing an update on the rehabilitation and redevelopment project during the sitting of the Standing Finance Committee in the House of Representatives. Guys, I want you guys to remember that this is the same man that said money is not the issue. So you have to ask yourself, why is it that them don't fix the hospital yet? Next thing, this comment right here says, Bolo, the Jamaican people tired of the JLP government. What taken Andrew Unuh so long to call the election? He said he would set the date for elections when him come in 100 days. I know we don't see. That is another reason why we never vote them out. I never vote them in, because they cannot be trusted. They cannot be trusted. He said the phasing in will hopefully happen within the next few weeks or so, with the opening of the administration section, which he noted is considered the nerve of the facility. Last week I was there. The administrative wing is now complete. It is nicely furnished, really looking good, and is reflective of the new facility that is going to be placed. In place, he said. The next important area will be the IT, information technology, the server room, and from there we continue to phase, he added. Responding to a question regarding the revision of the completion date of the project from 2026 to 20, so they moved the completion date to 2027-2028. Mighty God of Daniel. So you tell me, so they need 14 years to build this hospital, yeah? You have to switch to the other phone. You're not opening on the other one. Well, there's something wrong with the phone then, mama. It says here, don't be startled about the date that is stated. Cornwall Regional main building is going to be in operation, or I dare say the greater parts of it will be in operations long before the date, he assured. He noted, remember this now. Guys, them not have much time in office, but remember this. Remember what I'm saying right there, sir. Alright? He noted further that having completed the air quality testing, we don't anticipate more openings of sections of the building during the course of this year, and most of them into the course of early next year, maybe the first quarter or so. He reminded the committee that the provision of medical services at Cornwall Regional continues and never cease. Turning to the Western Children and Adolescent Hospital, Dr. Tufton said the build out of the main building is completed and the internals are being put in, which includes partitions, wards, space, windows, doors, along with other works. He said that scoping for equipment is also being done. Scoping for equipment. So what about the other equipment in the other hospitals? I mean, honestly, I don't want to read any more of this. Guys, listen, man. The man them have a building that is being built for the last 10 years. This man uttered these words a while ago.
When tragedy strikes at hospitals,
I would like to see us move leadership in a direction where we focus more heavily on caring with compassion. Focus more carefully and directly on providing a better customer experience, even if we have to give bad news, because that's the nature of our business. But that bad news must come with a level of empathy and understanding.
As it relates to the ongoing shortage of some healthcare specialists, Dr. Tufton explained different measures will now have to be considered.
We need more doctors in certain specialized areas. We need more nurses in certain specialized areas.
We know everybody has a
We can't train them fast enough. And there is a protocol around training. What I like about the team is that the team is saying, listen, it is time, in keeping with this recent thrust of government policy, to embrace cross-border training, partnerships and collaboration, and where possible, joint certification, where necessary, flexi contracts for persons who work in different settings.
The health minister was speaking at UTech on Tuesday at the graduation ceremony for the third cohort of healthcare leaders trained as part of a MOU between UTech and the government in 2021. Dwayne Anderson, TVJ News.
No, Andre made a point, which was an excellent point. They need more doctors. So, what is the stance of the Jamaica Labour Party in regards to Trump's position on the Cuban doctors? We need more doctors. So, why aren't we getting Cuban doctors? Are they going to be the only Caribbean country that is going to go with Trump? And I don't have a problem with Trump, you know? But this particular issue is where we part ways. Me and Trump part ways on this issue. I don't have a problem with Trump and the way he's running country, a free country, and he's doing what the people want over there. Alright? We need Jamaica, we need the government over here to do what we want. And if a poll was to be done, I am sure and I'm hoping that the Jamaican people are sensible enough to understand that we need the Cubans. They have been integral in our country, being able, and we can't even afford surgery on them something as much as it is. So we need the Cuban them that is out here. We need them. Listen to the St. Vincent minister of government, right? Listen to what he said about it. But let's hear what Andre has to say. He said, we have enough of this government. Let's vote them out. No, listen, don't even say third term. No more term. Any at all, ever. He's not going to be no president, stay in parliament for 10 years and get more rich off taxpayers. Let's continue.
I sure Jamaica heard. May I go refute all of the arguments. Here's what the minister do to him face. Him get a facial. Him get one or two.
Wasn't he in Dumrep the other day?
He was in Dominica. So then get a BBL on his face.
Ask me.
What can go so?
So is that Botox?
Just asking.
Wait,
Funny, I don't
honey.
know.
Ishmael, where said the man was in Dominica?
Oh
We asking.
Funny.
Look, the face look like you get a BBL. You know, see right here, so leave.
I probably that's why I'm talking the fact.
But Ishmael, I sure Jamaicans that heard what he said in relations to the Rubio and Trump argument. Did you hear that? He said, if you listen to the end of the news clip, we have to find other medical professionals.
Play it again.
Me not think Jamaicans
Yeah, he actually said that.
hear last part. So you remember the government has been
It's about training. Medical.
Listen.
This year's budget has refocused attention on the Cornwall Regional Hospital. The facility has been allocated another $5 billion. The money will be used to take the redevelopment of the facility to 90% in the next 12 months. It is a project that is approaching its 8th year. 8 very long and expensive years. In fact, while speaking in Portland Sunday, the opposition leader Mark Golding said it is unacceptable that all these years later, no one has lost their job for the missed timelines and additions to the repair bill. But Dr. Christopher Tufton put the issue down to the failings of successive governments.
Cornwall Regional is a catastrophe that should not have happened if we did routine maintenance. And governments over the years have gotten more in the habit of building infrastructure and wait till it breaks down before they fix it. Not in routine maintaining it to get a useful life and efficiency of it. New leadership must put in place preventive maintenance.
And speaking of preventative measures, the health minister feels if some healthcare workers improved their customer service, they would prevent the trauma relatives of patients are left with when tragedy strikes at hospitals.
I would like to see us move leadership in a direction where we focus more heavily on caring with compassion, focus more carefully and directly on providing a better customer experience, even if we have to give bad news, because that's the nature of our business. But that bad news must come with a level of empathy and understanding.
As it relates to the ongoing shortage of some healthcare specialists, Dr. Tufton explained different measures will now have to be considered.
We need more doctors in certain specialized areas. We need more nurses in certain specialized areas. We can't train them fast enough. And there is a protocol around training. What I like about the team is that the team is saying, listen, it is time, in keeping with this recent thrust of government policy, to embrace cross-border training, partnerships and collaboration, and where possible, joint certification, where necessary, flexi contracts for persons who work in different settings.
The health minister was speaking at UTech on Tuesday at the graduation ceremony for the third cohort of healthcare leaders trained as part of an MOU between UTech and the government in 2021. Dwayne Anderson, TVJ News.
You know, hear it.
Cross-border training. Where necessary, cross-border training.
But
He disguised it very well, though.
I'm say it without even saying it, you know.
Where necessary.
So, you remember last night I've been asking Jamaica, what is the position of the Jamaican government in relations to the issues, really the geopolitics that the US has given an instruction. We have heard Mia Mockley, we have heard Mitchell, we have heard Raleigh, we have heard Gonzalez, we have heard the Dominica Prime Minister, but there's no word coming out of the Prime Minister and the government of Jamaica. That which was spoken just now would have been the first utterance from the government of Jamaica.
But I think I don't want. Let me see how best. I don't think they understand proper international relations or diplomacy, because if it is that you are, let's say that he's afraid.
The Prime Minister quiet and all of this,
Yeah, like even if you're afraid to speak in one voice with CARICOM. You're a part of CARICOM. Make CARICOM talk to you.
Ishmael, every country will have to make their voice, and then CARICOM makes a position.
Oh,
the voice that is silent in CARICOM. The only voice silent in CARICOM is Jamaica.
No.
But it was the said Jamaica who was the voice calling for intervention in Haiti. You don't find that strange? Is the only voice in CARICOM who was calling for deployment of soldiers to Haiti. But it's now the silent voice. You don't find that strange, Ishmael?
Very strange.
No, if it is that him is a voice.
I'm telling you, this is another reason for vote out this government. Right? Because them sign off on some things and get involved in some bilateral agreements. I'm telling you, this government, the Jamaica Labour Party led by Andrew Honest, man, listen, they are bringing us down a path, ladies and gentlemen. A very dangerous path. And they say a man without vision will perish. And nothing could be more true, my good people. I want you guys to look down the line of where this is going. Cutting off ties with Cuba. Right? Right? Their stance against Haiti, while Jamaica is going into the same direction as Haiti with our economy. Listen, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that the same thing that they're trying to do to Haiti, I think the powers that be is trying to do to Jamaica. I believe, this is my belief, right? I believe that they want to take back this entire land space. When they hear Andrew One is talking about building up, remember, somebody made an excellent point that called it earlier about the oil You notice how the oil thing just dead out? You believe that if they found oil, they're going to tell us? You believe that if they struck gold in oil, they're going to tell us Jamaican people? Right? Remember, listen, man. My good people, we are, I don't want this country to go in the direction that I think they're trying to send us in. You understand? And when you look at their relationship with China and the type of guns that they're buying and equipment for the JDF and how the police it's just having not all the police but too much of them is having a total disregard for the lives of the Jamaican people that actually pay them. It's very alarming. We are going down a very, very dangerous path. The way how Mr. Omar Azan is concerned about the economy is the way how I am concerned about the social structure of this country. The disregard for the right to life is extremely alarming. I don't, in some cases, I honestly don't see the difference between the criminals on the road and the police officers them. I really don't see the difference. It's like they recruited some criminals from wherever they recruited them from to be police and then put on a uniform on them. I'm not saying all police again. I have a lot of police that I know personally and I respect. That's doing their job, just trying to go home to their children and their family. Not trying to be too involved or too close. And, if you really sit with some of them and have off the record conversations, they themselves expose a lot of the corruption that is happening within the force. The political involvement or alleged political involvement in the force is very, very concerning and alarming. If those allegations are true, a death squad and all of this thing, I mean, how much people has the police killed since here? And then we have Christopher Tufton that is managing our healthcare system that is piss poor. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. This election cannot be called soon enough. It cannot be called soon enough. Right? I'm not saying vote them out just this election. I'm saying to the people of Jamaica, vote them out forever. This government should not be running a next election for no power. You hear me? This government and the people that are associated with the government, you should not even look at them. You should not even look at their children. And some people might say, oh, that is a bit harsh. Well, it's my opinion. You don't have to take it. I am saying the children of key individuals of this Jamaica Labour Party, the people of Jamaica must not forget what their parents have done, the role that they have played in these last 9 years, the neglect that they have shown, the lack of integrity that they have shown. When Andrew Unuh's Integrity Commission report come out, everybody was silent. And they say, well, they're under a gang order. Well, resign. Show some integrity. Much like how Andrew Unuh said that he would not sit in the parliament with Mr. Azan because he built some things for some poor people, some shops for some poor people in the market without the proper procedures. And that was enough for him to want to remove himself, remove himself from the political arena when that man is in the parliament. Because it was so bad. Because he was somebody of such high integrity that he couldn't sit in the same parliament with Mr. Hassan. Right? This individual did that. Well, let's use that same energy. The Jamaican people should refuse to vote for individuals that stood behind Andrew Onus in this time, especially after the Integrity Commission report. And when the audits are done for the trillions of dollars that are unaccounted for, when the audit is done on this particular hospital, where they might take 10 years for build, we're projected for build in a finish in 2028. Listen to me now, people, and listen to me good. Anybody that supported this, I want you guys to remember the pandemic. These are some main reasons why you should not vote for this government. The farmer them, I want you to remember, say, you did not get the support from this government. I want you to remember that these people are importing ice, for crying out loud. Ice. The importation bill has gone through the roof. And when it is revealed who is the people benefiting from these importations, it will all make sense, ladies and gentlemen. When those key things are revealed, when Mark Golan goes into power and the audits are done, right? It was just revealed by Andre the other day that Daryl Vaz's wife, her bestie, is in the automobile business. And one of the key things in the budget, ladies and gentlemen, was some type of relief to those people in Faval Williams' budget. Right? That lady is known to be in that business. And she also works with them in some capacity as revealed. This is all public knowledge. And we talk about nepotism and cronyism and corruption. His friend thing, his party shop them running. Them and them friend getting wealthy and rich. While them come tell you about pro-box. Them turn pro-box government, the disrespect. The litany of things, the litany of reasons why this government should never be ever voted in ever again. It is full time we learn from the history of this government, ladies and gentlemen. There is a pattern of the Jamaica Labour Party. Edward Siaga, right? The history about him and what he did to this country. Who remember the Carl Garden incident? Hey, me say if any Rasta man a vote for the JLP, yo, me wish Unuh worship Selassie, me wish Selassie gonna beat him. If Selassie I Unuh recognize Selassie as an Lord and Savior, I Unuh God, whatever Unuh say, Unuh honor Selassie. If you are a Rasta man and you vote, represent, support the Jamaica Labour Party after having full knowledge of the Carl Garden incident, you, may I tell you, say, Father God, forgive you beating. Hey, that's why man are not God, you know? And that's why man could not be God. Because I tell you, say, me personally, you see how me think, me not as bad as Me not as terrible as Talkman TV. Because if Talkman TV did a land out punishment, Trust me. I know Andrew Jones and the government will not get beaten. I mean, I talk about figuratively. I talk about real beating. I talk about beating left, right, and center. I talk about beating like in a slavery days. Whip them for all the wickedness what they do to the people in Jamaica. I saw talking about that. Him talk at all the while. But you see me? Me kind of different. Kind of different. You see me? Yeah, man. What I want to do is the lies to be exposed. And you see when the lies them exposed, me don't want, listen, I don't want no stone to be unturned where the truth is revealed. More Will Rattigan and Mystic Sensation uncover and people remember Tuesday. Do not miss Mystic Sensation on Tuesday. The general is back. The man from Interpol is back. You understand? Wanna get it? It a tape. This Tuesday, Mystic Sensation is bringing back the man from Interpol. Wanna cannot afford to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Wanna see the last masterpiece where Mystic Sensation revealed with the insider, the whistleblower from SSL. I know the labor right then they recover from that, you know. They quiet like a lamb. They quiet like a lamb. Only hear them come out with no public statement. Only hear them sue nobody. Hello? Hello? Only hear them put out no defamation. Say stop defame them. The one them I love sue. Read between the lines, ladies and gentlemen. That is another reason why Unuh vote ever again for this wicked and caring government. The SSL report, why is it not released? If you're so transparent and you don't have nothing to hide, why Unuh don't release the SSL report? Huh? Not only she, many more. That's why so much fuel leaving Spanish Town Depot, because the man in charge get. Oh, somebody are typing in a chat, Juni Sanders. I don't know about those things. As the information is revealed, I'm just saying, I have heard enough about the ins and outs of the Jamaica Labour Party for me to firmly say, anybody but them. I will vote for anybody but the Jamaica Labour Party that is running for office. They are that bad. They are that poisonous to this country's development. When you have Desmond Warmington and Desmond Warmington, Desmond Mackenzie, Desmond Warmington, Desmond Mackenzie and Warmington utter the things them that they utter, trying to cause a divide between us, the people of Jamaica, to the point where it seems and appears as if they want things to get, and then even Marlon Morgan with his utterances about the blood of your fellow Jamaicans covered in the like that is another reason to not vote for this party ever again. The utterances that they utter, it does not bring unity. It brings division. And there's no nation divided that will be prosperous. Don't make nobody fool you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say that again. There is no nation that is divided that is prosperous. This Jamaica Labour Party utterances seek to divide the people of Jamaica, not bring us together. They are not only out of touch with our reality. I believe They understand our reality as the people that are struggling, right, at the bottom of the totem pole in terms of the economy, right? I believe that they understand fully, but guess what? They ignore it. They neglect us. They don't care because they are wicked. And their actions prove that to me. They do. Their actions absolutely prove that to me. No caring government is going to have our healthcare system the way Christopher Tufton has it and Andrew Holness. None. Again, the Mr. Ralph Gonzalez, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent, his testimony shows you a leader that cares. My Jamaican people, do you see that in Andrew Holness? Do you see that in Christopher Tufton? Be honest. Let's be honest. Can you honestly say you see that? Because I surely cannot see. And I know I am not blind. And another thing, the Blue Lagoon. Why isn't Darrell Vaz and Anne-Marie Vaz advocating for the men and women to have the access to the Blue Lagoon and that road, whatever the issue is? Why are they not publicly advocating for that? Let us not forget that this party destroyed a whole city because of gerrymandering. Portmore. Let us not forget that they not only did they take away Portmore, the borders of Portmore, and change it in their bill, but they also took away the sovereignty, right? The power of the people of Portmore by declaring in that bill that they could no longer vote for who they want to be their mayor, who they choose to represent them. Ladies and gentlemen, you see that move was a microcosm of a larger the DNA of the Jamaica Labour Party. That exposed the DNA of the Jamaica Labour Party. It exposed the lengths, the absolute lengths that they would actually go to get what they want to achieve, which is more power. Forget about you. Who cares? Who cares about you? And it shows a level of desperation. They know they are losing and they will lose this election. But I say to you, my Jamaican people, do not, and I repeat, do not let up. Do not take your foot off the gas. You understand? Stay focused on the road to voting these people out. You understand? Keep your eye on the road of voting these people out. And when you vote them out, don't look back. This is where we pass them and last them in this next election. I never thought I would be at this point in my life where I am not affiliated with the Jamaica Labour Party, not affiliated with the UIC, not affiliated with, they are the two other parties, right? I've never been to a conference. I've never spoken to the MP in regards to, oh, you know, say we have this problem, or we need this, or we need this. I've never done none of that in my constituency. I don't deal with politicians. But here I am, ladies and gentlemen, and I've come to the conclusion that this government, this party in particular has shown us their DNA. In this last 9 years, can you imagine? Can you imagine? The Jamaica Labour Party sold to the people of Jamaica that yes, the PNP has done this and they have done that and this, the worst 18 years and all of this. And give me a second, I'm coming back to that point.
And he has been a consistent voice in CARICOM. How up to what year him loud for Haiti? Deployment of soldiers and police. But now the issue relating to the Cubans and the bilateral agreements the Cubans and Jamaica has had. Not just with Jamaica, but across CARICOM. He's silent. Oh, somebody said they know the reason why I'm silent. No money involved. Yeah. We need help!
You know, says this.
Help! We
need your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need it. Help! Help! Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator Jamaica.
Say Ishmael. Ishmael, you can't laugh, man.
Who said that?
Me, I say you can't laugh, man. Imagine.
Laugh off him?
No, but imagine an issue like this.
No, Bob, so happy I listened to my parents, never voted for the JLP. Hey!
That is funny, honey.
Hey!
That's funny. Oh my God, that is
Yo,
funny.
y'all are hilarious. Splash Digi, but no, seriously. Can you imagine the JLP convinced voters that the PNP was just so horrible to the people of Jamaica, and you know it's time for change, right? And this is the change that we've gotten. All the promises that the Jamaica Labour Party and Unuh went up on platforms and promised the people. One of the biggest promises he made, the most outlandish. One of the most outlandish promises that Andrew Unuh made when he told us that we could sleep with our doors open at night. Where? Which part? How close are we to that promise, ladies and gentlemen? And let's really go into the 100 days. Let's look at that. And I've said this before and I say it again. I mean, one of the tangible things that he promised in the 100 days promise was to set an election date. And currently, after years of being in power, we are now in limbo. The people are scratching and clawing and waiting for an election date. And we can't even hear it. Much less getting a fixed one. What can go so... Right? The man them give themselves a 200 to 300% increase without consulting us, the people. What can go so? They enjoy this increase while the people of Jamaica, the majority of us anyway, are suffering. One of the interesting statistics and data that Mr. Julian Robinson put out is the index that shows that a lot of Jamaicans, 55% of Jamaicans, don't have food security. Guys, where's the prosperity? Where is it? Is he going to blame Beryl for crying out loud when other countries were hit by Beryl? got hit and bounced back and is having an economy that is growing presently. Where are the excuses? You are all out of excuses, Andrew owners at the JLP. And time come now. Time come now. Time come, man. Time come, man. This is it. No, we can't do it no more. Call the damn election. Call it. We can't take any more of this. Call the damn election, Andrew owners. Call it. Call it.
Labor right now have no budget. Hit in the budget. Tell me about the budget. Labor right now have no budget. Alright, in the middle of the budget. Forest strong asleep, him now I hear the budget. Flavored, I make a switch in the budget. Juliet Cutter, yeah, for she in the budget. But flavored, why you do it in the budget? I use Mama P style in the budget. But no boy, no girl in the budget. But flavored, a Mama P style, left it na man. Hunger try bill, your own slang. Them couldn't find bro God in the budget. When them did a read out the budget. Hey Jamaica, come here, what I want? How comes bro God get slim just like Mataran? Me said the man under pressure. Everywhere him turn him, hear the people in the power. Every day, every minute, every hour. Jamaican, who no come listen this? You know you say woman done, still a wacky fist. And this man, brother when man beat him. And that him said when him he in the meeting. Hit him the budget. The budget. Labor right now have no budget. Hit him the budget. Tell me about the budget. Labor right now have no budget. Alright, in the middle of the budget. Forest strong asleep, him now I hear the budget. Flavored, I make a switch in the budget. Juliet Cutter, yeah, for she in the budget. But flavored, why you do it in the budget? I use Mama P style in the budget. But no boy, no girl in the budget. But flavored, a Mama P style, left it na man. Hunger try bill, your own slang. Them couldn't find bro God in the budget. When them did a read out the budget. Hey Jamaica, come here, what I want? How comes bro God get slim just like Mataran? Me said the man under pressure. Everywhere him turn him, hear the people in the power. Every day, every minute, every hour. Jamaican, who no come listen this? You know you say woman done, still a wacky fist. And this man, brother when man beat him. And that him said when him he in the meeting. Hit him the budget. The budget.
Yeah man, the budget, you know. Big up the general, big up the budget from the PMP. People, Christopher Tufton is not qualified to be our Minister of Health. And I want you guys to remember, you know, what Dr. Dawes said in his experience. We have some very, very dangerous Dr. Alfred Dawes. We have some very, very dangerous, people, ladies and gentlemen. Was this the meeting? Well, I think I is.
Chairperson. We're at the meeting. But at the end of the meeting, we plan process. And many ask me, why do I still continue? And everyone, my family in particular. But I think you ought to know that there's a group of people. Police.
I am so glad that I found this. I'm going to do an actual reaction to it. Yeah. But I'm just gonna play this part right here for this particular reaction. Just to listen to this.
Hospital and the scandal that ensued is strong. My friend that said that she had ordered some food. And then when we were leaving, a year ago, I was invited to a meeting, and I had gone with a member of my team, a female comrade, to accompany me to that meeting. said it was a private meeting, so she waited outside. I went and met one-on-one with someone. We're there for about an hour. And then when we were leaving, the other party went one way, I went another way. We're leaving, he went and spoke to someone at another table. And then he came. By that time, my friend had said that she had ordered some food. And he came and we said, no, leave it, I'm late, I have to leave. And he said, no man, wait for the food. And don't worry, I'll pay for it. We got the food, and I was dropping off, she said, I didn't pay no money for a morning, better you eat it. Dropped the roll. I was eating the food, my throat started to tighten up. And I couldn't breathe properly. And I called some friends in the police and the university hospital, and I ended up at the university hospital that night. The next morning, reporters kept calling, and they kept asking about the woman who was rushed to the hospital. Because the plan was never for me to eat that food, it was for her to eat that food, and they were hoping that I would be rushing a dead female to the hospital, and the scandal that ensued would destroy my name. And then the police, every time I spoke to senior members of the police, reporters would be calling with the same information I gave the police. So I knew this was not a plot from Southeast. This is something bigger. And I purposefully kept this from the leadership of the party and everyone, my family in particular. But I think you ought to know that there's a group of people who will not stop, even if it means murder of an innocent. Not to destroy me, but they need to destroy my name. And that is what I've been up against. When the results came back, I'm a fit man, I exercise, I ride. Oh, and by the way, I heard my counterpart after Tufton was in an accident. I reached out, I expressed my sympathies and hope he gets a speedy recovery. That's right. Alright, that's it, man. I ain't going to When the results came back at you, it showed that I had liver and kidney damage. By that time, I had gone to stop because I was feeling better. And I repeated the blood test there. It showed the liver and kidney damage, but it was improving. And that cemented everything that I was poisoned. And I've kept it quiet. And I've tried to fight my battles alone. So when I see these planted stories, this manufactured discontent raising its head again, I realize that my attempts at being silent for the cause of unity are in vain. Because there are some who will never stop fighting me. And comrades, today I draw a line. Because they say that I do not have your support. You will I have worked with comrades in every division. And I helped with my team. The team they said I do not have. They said there's no organization, and they put together this meeting and they put together the best conferences. And the team is working. And they say there is no organization. But comrades, when I say I draw a line, again, I've asked the comrade leader and the comrade general secretary to address this wider audience because there are still some lingering hurt. And even people who are now core members of my team, they're saying we work with it, but we still feel our way. And we know in Jamaica that we feel our way. What do we know that means?
So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard clearly from the man that there's some people out there that will go to lengths, unbelievable lengths, to keep power. You understand? And whoever threatens that power, they will unalive people around them. They will set them up. They will frame them. You understand? Now I wonder, something just came to me a while ago. Let me call Splash Digit. Something just came to me a while ago, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Let me not add that to this. I'll just ask the question. How does Portmore becoming a parish affect Dr. Alfred Vaugh's constituency? And for this particular part of the reaction, I'm going to leave you with that. Hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing. Support. The like button is free,